Hello, this is where I work, at the Innovation Center. Ooh. This is the center here, and you can't actually see, but if you go down that path and keep following it, you will get to the university. Now I'm sitting in the giant O, which is incredibly uncomfortable. So, Cara has done the Alex Day Nerimon YouTube survey and challenged me to do it at the end of hers, and I thought, why bother thinking of a different idea for a video when I could just do the YouTube survey? So here we are. It's windy here all the time. I'm standing right next to the road. This is kind of embarrassing, and my hair's probably looking ridiculous. And anyway, first question, why are you called that? I'm assuming this means my real name, which is Hayden Gibson Rogers. That's my full name. For some reason, I don't really like telling people my middle name. I'm pretty sure I'm called Hayden because it was a name in a name book or something. And Rogers obviously is my family name, but Gibson is the name of my sort of cousins. Actually, let me think about that. Yes, Gibson is my mum's brother's, my mum's maiden name. I have two last names, but it's not. It's like a middle name, but it's actually based on a last name. Tell us about your favorite school teacher. This is the university. You can't really see very much of it. I did not go here. My favorite teacher, it's a bit of a cheat because she's also a family friend, but it was my drama teacher, Mrs. Holthausen. Lovely lady. I work for her at the moment, actually. Not here, but when I do drama teaching, I do drama teaching for kids after school 1 day a week, and I work for her. But she's honestly just like an awesome person who is very bubbly and funny and yeah, just lovely, and she's my favorite. These shoes have like anti-grip on them and I can't climb this tiny hill. What's the most bizarre food you've ever eaten? Look, it's a duck thing. Duck thing, move. I don't know if they can see you. Whoop. Now they can. My family and I obviously lived in Tunisia, in Northern Africa for 3 months. And I'm assuming the weirdest food I ever ate was probably there. Or, you know, something I made as a child in our kitchen. Just experimenting with like making a cake that I thought would be really nice, but turned out to be disgusting. I've done that. One thing that comes to mind is these donut things that we had in Tunisia. It's not particularly weird, and I wish it was more weird. It's like a donut that they cooked. It wasn't even really like a donut dough even, but it was in the shape of a donut, and they cooked it in like olive oil, because everything is cooked with olive oil there. And so it was like a sweet donut which they like tossed in cinnamon sugar, but it was cooked in olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And yeah, that was a bit bizarre, but delicious. Tell us about your first gig. I'm pretty sure I'm not in focus in any of these shots. Cara, this is the Sunshine Coast equivalent of your reflection fountain thing in Florida. My first gig was, by the way, this is more of the university. My first gig was Beyonce. So I Am Sasha Fierce tour, and it was the greatest experience of my life. Maybe not really, but possibly. Not only was the entire show just the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life, but it was like a quintessential concert experience. Like I arrived like 8 hours prior to the actual thing and had to wait in line that entire time, and no one even turned up to line up with us for like another 4 hours. Like I was right up against the barrier. That meant I was right at the front of the mosh, and yeah, she came down off the stage during Halo and held out her hand, and we all got to touch her hand, which was, she just got like this really good connection with the people on stage while the whole thing was going on, and it was, greatest. What's your favorite place in the world? This is an interesting question. I would say my favorite place in the world, I have this very romantic notion of New York City, and I'm going there soon, so I guess we'll find out. But I also, it's like I have this other half of me which would just really love the sort of recluse countryside of like England or some European country, you know, like that serene, peaceful, quiet. It's very bizarre that I have these two places that would be my favorites, and they're complete opposites. But actually that's an excellent metaphor for my personality, because I'm both introverted and extroverted. So this is my building there. That's the Innovation Centre from the other end. And the last question is, who do I want to do the survey next? I have no idea. I just want anyone on Tumblr really who sees this and wants to do it and send it to me so I can get to know them, I suppose. That'd be nice. Usually there are kangaroos all around here and they've just gone missing because they knew I wanted to film them. I'm truthfully very disappointed that there are no kangaroos around. I'll pretend to be one. Boing, boing, boing. They don't make boing noises, that's actually a lie.